How to buy stocks and shares in this year 2022 that we are currently living in. This is a question that a lot of you young folks and even older people probably might be asking, okay, because never bought any stocks, heard that buying stocks is a awesome investment and that a lot of people are making money with this. So you want to get into stock investing, but you don't know where to go, okay? You don't know where to start. You clicked on the right video, okay? I'm gonna show you exactly step by step how you can start and how you can buy stocks and shares. If you have a internet connection and you have a Wi-Fi connection, you should be able to, if you follow along in this video about the stuff that I'm gonna say, then you should be able to buy stocks and shares. Okay, if you have some kind of electronic device and you have access to the internet, you should be able to do it. Okay, so before we're gonna invest into anything, before we are gonna invest in stocks and shares, let's now discuss what stocks and shares are. Okay, so basically stocks and shares, you probably already know, but in case you don't, it's a portion of a company. Okay, so stocks and shares, it's a portion of a company. So when you buy a stock, a company stock or some shares of some company, it basically means that you're buying some portions of the company. Okay, you own portions of the company. People do this because successful companies that are predicted to be successful in the future will generate them profits. Okay, that's why they buy these stocks. That's why I bought stocks, and I believe that I might generate some profits if I'm patient. But you need to know that investing into stocks and shares, there are downsides, okay? And investing into stocks and shares by itself, it's a risky investment, okay? Like, you shouldn't invest money that you might need in the next, let's say, 3 or even 5 years, okay? Like, you never know what the market is going to do, and so you don't want to invest money into stocks and shares that you might need tomorrow, okay, or even next year, because it's a long-term thing. Okay, you gotta think long-term when you invest into stocks and shares, and you gotta think about the long-term potential of growth of the whole company. Okay, so when you're gonna invest into stocks and shares, I'm not a financial advisor, okay, nothing like that, but it's a risky investment. That's what you need to realize. There are alternatives such as ETFs, index funds, which are more diversified, and I think they're not as risky as stock investments. So you might consider, if you don't want to risk like your money going up and down, and you don't like when it goes up and down like multiple percent every day, then investing into stocks might not be for you. So invest into index funds instead, because it's not that crazy, in the market, because it's 500 companies, for example. That's just what ETFs are, okay? But we are not discussing ETFs today. So we know what stocks are, we know that they are risky to buy, but I think there is money to be made out of stocks, okay? And if you buy stocks and you hold them long term and you don't sell when it's in loss, then you will probably generate some money and some dividends and also some returns on your investments. So basically, investing in stocks and shares is a way how you can generate yourself some kind of passive income, if I could say. Okay, you get a passive income from dividends that the company pays you. Okay, so when you invest into a company and you buy stocks and shares, they pay you dividends. Okay, so you're making money through dividend income, and you can also generate income or lose your money or gain more money based on the returns of how the company is doing. Okay, if the company will fail in the market, if the company will crash, then, well, your money is dead. Okay, like, that's just how it is. But if the company becomes even more successful and generates even more revenue and profits, then your returns will be profitable. Okay, you will gain profits in the long term if you hold it for long term, and if you did your research and you believe in this company and it's a solid company and it's a great company that is gonna grow over time, then it's a great investment. Okay, so now when we know what stocks and shares are, let's now show you how you can actually buy them and basically why you came into this video. I wasted your minutes, but I just wanted to make this clear before you invest into any stocks, because this is important to know. So how do you buy stocks and shares? The best way, I think, that there is, before you try to call an accountant that's gonna make the transaction for you, just like it used to be 10 years ago, and you negotiate with him and then he's gonna buy the stocks for you, okay? This is not how it works today, okay? Like, in this digital world that we are now living in, okay, if you have an internet access, which I think you do because you're watching my video, obviously. So if you have an internet access, then you can buy stocks and shares from the comfort of your own house, okay? You don't need to go out, you don't need to go to the bank, you don't need to go anywhere. If you have some money in the bank or in the savings, and maybe the inflation rate in your country is absolutely crazy, you can consider investing it into stocks and shares, okay? So how are we gonna do it? We're gonna find some kind of broker, okay? This is how it's written, and you are gonna go to Google basically, or any kind of searching platform, Chrome or any other, okay? Mozilla Firefox and any of these things, and you're gonna go there, you're gonna search broker, and basically that's what it is. Online brokers is how you can today invest into stocks and shares and generate passive income from them, okay? Make money from dividends and also generate yourself some passive income on the side. If the company goes well and if it's successful, then you can generate yourself some passive income through that as well from your returns. So we're gonna search for some kind of online broker. Basically, it's gonna depend on which country you live in and which brokers are available. There might be probably countries that brokers are just not available in, so that's pretty much possible. But I think in a lot of countries these days are online brokers available, in most of the European countries and also in America, England, all of these countries, even in Russia. If you have the internet connection, you can buy this stuff. So basically all you're gonna have to do is to go to Google and search the best online broker for stocks and shares investing in country XYZ, okay? So you're gonna Google a broker based on the country that you live in, okay? You want to choose the best broker and do your own research, okay? Research it on the internet, maybe watch some other YouTube videos about it in your current language and in your current state, how people from your country are investing. I got into investing and I started investing thanks to the people that are in my country, and I've learned how they invest their money. So that's how I got into investing, and that's how I started. So for you, it's gonna be probably different, okay? You don't live probably in Czechia as I do. I know it's kind of weird that I speak English. I'm from Czechia, but this is just how it is with me, okay? You're gonna search for the online broker that is currently in your country. You're gonna register, and it's gonna probably ask you about your identification card. You're probably gonna have to send some personalized stuff because, it's regulated. These brokers are probably somewhat regulated by governments. And so if you want to buy stocks and shares or any other investments or any other assets, you're gonna have to give them some information, okay? So you give them this, and once you register, then you should be able to buy stocks and shares, okay? I'm not gonna show you in this video exactly how you can start investing, because there are many and various different apps on mobile phones through which you can invest in, and there are also many and various different brokers, and you have to find out what works for you and your own country. I can't tell you right now that this broker is the best, because obviously it might not be available in your country, okay? A lot of mobile applications that are available in the USA or in the UK, probably including brokers, might not be available in my country. So find out for your own country a broker through which you can invest into stocks and shares. I'm gonna give you an example, okay? So I'm from Czechia, and I always wanted to invest in US companies and the US stock market, okay? Because I believe in US companies like Tesla, Apple, Microsoft, and all of these big ones. Even Nike is a big one, okay? So all of these big companies I wanted to invest in. So I downloaded an online broker called Trading 212, through which I'm now investing into these companies and buying these companies from my mobile phone with my savings that I had on the side. And I bought these companies because I truly believe in Tesla's growth, and even these other companies like Google and Microsoft, and so that's why I got into investing. So I basically downloaded the online broker. It was available on my Google Play Store on my mobile phone, and that's how I got into investing into stocks and shares. That's how I bought them. Okay, I downloaded the app. I had to fill out some of my personal information, including that identification card which I talked about, through which you'll then have to put there into the broker, and it will register you. You will get verified, and then you can start investing into stocks and shares. So that's basically it. Okay, do your own research. Okay, that's what I can tell you. In the app Trading 212, which I'm using, I can buy US stocks, I can buy US stocks and shares, I can buy UK stocks and shares, I can buy ETFs, okay, so index funds. What index funds are, it's basically this portion of multiple companies, okay, so it's something like stocks, but it's not a individual stock, but it's multiple of them. It's a package of them, okay. Index funds are a package of stocks which you can invest in. I invested into S&P 500 index fund, which is basically the 500 biggest companies in the US. Right now, the stock market in the US kind of dropped because of the energies and because of the COVID. So I'm in a loss right now, which a little bit concerns me. Really, the American economy is now quite in a crash. But I think it will recover. Okay, it always recovered throughout the ages. So when it comes to investing into stocks and shares, or even in index funds, if you will start investing in index funds while investing in stocks and shares, you need to realize that this is not a short-term investment, okay? Like, you are gonna have to hold it for long term if you want some kind of gains and if you want some kind of returns on your investment. It's not gonna happen overnight, and you are probably gonna be in loss a lot of the times. I don't wish you that, but right now I'm in loss for a while, okay? But I'm not taking it out. No matter if you think and if you believe and if you did your research that these companies will go up over time, then you shouldn't sell the stock. If you bought it, then you shouldn't sell it. Also, one thing that I need to recommend to you before you get into investing stocks and shares or even in index funds, buy when it's low and sell when it's high. Do your own research about this and don't buy mindlessly stocks and shares, because I did that and it's not a good thing, okay? Trust me, I bought stocks when they were up, when the US economy was at its peak basically, and that's not good, okay? Like, I bought these stocks and it then all crashed down, but I suppose and I think it's gonna go up over time even more because the US economy is constantly growing, okay? But investing into stocks and shares and into the stock market overall, for a lot of people it might be gambling, okay, if you don't know what you're doing. So do your own research, and I'll share a video about the tips and tricks and basically how to invest safely or how to invest into the stock market and actually gain some returns, okay? Like, this is trading basically, you know, and trading, it's not an easy task, and a lot of people can't really do it correctly. So you want to be educated and knowledgeable about this. If you're not yet, I don't recommend you to invest into stocks and shares, okay? You need to have some knowledge, or you need to have a lot of patience, okay? Because if you're gonna buy it, then forget about the money, you know, forget about the money for, let's say, 5 years. You should be able to put that money aside. If you want to invest that money into stocks and some of your money into stocks and shares, you should be willing to not touch the money for the next 5 years, let's say, okay? That's just how I view it. That's just how you should, I think, view it as well, because you never know what the stock market is gonna go, if it's gonna go up or down. Throughout the lifetime and in the long-term view, it's always going up, you know, and it will continue to go up till nothing bad happens. No catastrophe or a huge catastrophe happens to the planet, then investing into stocks and shares is a great investment, a great long-term investment. If you're investing into great, valuable, and potentially growing stocks, if the company doesn't have a potential of growth, then if you bought some kind of company like this, then don't hold on to that stock, okay? If you're in loss and you know that it's never gonna go up again, and you did your own research about this and you know it's gonna go down even further, then sell the stock, okay? Sell the stock, save your money from dying and going and losing its value even more, and invest into some more profitable, more growing companies, okay? Like, you need to believe in the companies that you're investing in, and you need to do your own research before you invest into any of these companies. If you don't do your own research, you might shoot yourself in the foot and you might lose a lot of and tons of money, okay? Which I don't want that. That's all from me in today's video. I hope you've learned something about stocks and shares and how you can start investing into stocks and shares regardless of where you are. Please, before you invest into anything, do your own research, okay? I'm not a financial advisor here. I'm just telling you what I know about stocks and shares and how I was able to invest into stocks and shares in the country that I currently live in. If you want to buy stocks, download an online broker that is currently available in your country and has the best references and all of this stuff, okay? And you do your own research about the broker. Do research about the broker, do research about the stocks, the companies, and all of those things, okay? You don't want to be buying stocks that have no future. Peace, guys.